jumped up the top 16 really quickly in GM.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Yeah, I remember Boo. Boo was... He stopped playing? I didn't even realize he stopped playing.
Yeah, he's like probably one of the... He's more aggressive than me, let me put it that way.
Is that possible? Shit.
It's possible. There's very few players, but he plays very aggressive, and I actually play very defensive this game.
Oh, okay. Okay, cool. That'd be good to see. Are you there? 2 minutes?
Yep.
Okay, great.
Oh, you said 2 minutes.
Yeah, 2 minutes.
Yeah, let me speed it up.
Okay. Yeah, not much happens in the first 2 minutes. Actually, we could probably go to 3 minutes, quite honestly, but it's okay. We'll just do 2 minutes.
Alright, I'm there.
Alright.
And you have to be on faster, right?
Yeah, just faster.
Okay.
So 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, let's see. Is the sound? Let me see if the sound's working for me. I don't hear it. There we go.
All good?
Yep, all good.
Okay. So, obviously you can see here that I'm just going for a normal Reaper opening. I don't really wall off because I don't really like to wall off very often with this build, because if you get cheesed, they can snipe your buildings at the front with Marauders.
I see.
Or their own Reapers or Marines. So I like to put my construction buildings in the back normally.
Oh, I see. Just the 3 supply depots right up front.
Mm-hmm. And sometimes I will put the racks there if I feel like the player is gonna go Hellions. But in this instance, I haven't played Boo in a while, so I don't really put the racks at the front.
Okay.
So right now, it's just, you know, a very standard Reaper opening, except you're gonna see a different kind of transition here. I like to scout after I build my second supply depot, because in TvT it really doesn't matter too much about getting in their base to see what's going on. You just need to know their location with this build.
Alright.
And then you just have to set up to say, okay, well, I need to be able to defend against anything. That's how I kind of predict these battles.
Oh, wow, okay. So why the command center right there?
Okay, so I think I might be a little behind because of the frame rate lag.
Oh, okay.
So what time are you at?
Let me pause it for a second. 420.
Yeah, it's you're definitely getting way ahead of me.
Okay,
let me pause it here, and let me see if I can save my work here on GIMP real quick. And we'll do it like that.
Okay, great. Actually, Glon can play later, so...
Hopefully that worked. Yeah, I could see the portrait moving a little faster.
Okay, that's got the portrait, really? I didn't really know. Oh, I guess she does move around.
Yeah. Okay. So let me speed up to 420 here and catch back up to you.
Okay, sure.
It's still lagging. Weird. That's going to be a problem. Let me see if I can try to fix it a little more.
Surprised it lags even just on faster. I mean, obviously when you fast forward it, it always.
Yeah, I left my computer open for the longest time today. It's not start or anything.
Oh yeah.
GIMP hogging up memory as well. All right, let's try this. And if I get behind, I'll just let you know.
Okay. Yeah.
All right, ready?
Yep.
All right, go. Okay, so I put the command center there because I want to be able to lift it off and take the gold immediately, not really delay time and try to build in my base. Normally you can get away with doing this as long as they're not doing like a Marauder proxy or something. So as you can see, taking the tower is extremely important. You need to know what's going on. So I have my SCV there to see what's up.
So what do you like about the Reapers? I mean, you know, I thought you were going to actually be aggressive with them in the beginning, but you're actually being really defensive with them.
Yep, and
that's a good thing.
I like to use the Reapers to destroy the rocks, but as you can see, I took the tower, so I saw what was going on.
Right.
I didn't see the Hellion though. So it actually looks like he might be doing that Boxer build.
Wow, Reapers are actually really good against Hellions. Wow.
Yeah, so I block his Hellion by putting down a depot real quick and
Yeah.
doing a little bit of damage.
Nice.
I didn't take any damage there, really.
Add-on complete.
But it did delay me from blowing up the rocks. Normally, if they don't do any aggression, you can get the rocks down as soon as the command center is done, if you keep rallying the 3 Reapers.
Oh,
so
wow.
it's actually a perfect timing.
Oh,
So,
nice.
but
Okay.
since it was delayed,
Upgrade.
I decided to make the orbital there instead of lifting it off immediately.
I see.
Okay. Looks like he's doing a drop. This is actually a bit odd, his play style.
Right.
There's like 2 Reapers. But yeah, this is the basic gist of the build. And when I see Hellions, I like to get a bunker up at the choke of the gold base. And I'll normally wall it off with the choke with like a supply depot and an engineering bay.
Nice. You actually didn't even see it when he first came in with the Hellion either. That's really good.
And so you can see I'm blocking it off with an engineering bay, and there's going to be a supply depot on the other side, so no Hellions can run into there.
Right.
I'm trying to just defend harassment in my base right now.
Can a Reaper jump the chasm there?
What do you mean?
The gold chasm. Like, is
Nope.
the gold completely safe against Reapers?
It's completely
Oh,
safe.
nice.
Are under
Okay.
attack.
So it's really good on this map because you can defend against Hellions. Maps like Metalopolis or NT gets a little harder to pull off,
Right.
even though sometimes I'll be ballsy and just try to do it anyways, and
Yeah.
end up getting killed by some kind of all-in. But definitely on Shattered Temple, it's extremely easy to take because of the small little choke there. And I like to get to Engineering Bay immediately once the command center is done because you never know if a Banshee's going to come. And I always put turrets up blindly for Banshees.
Complete.
I see. So you don't have to worry about it at all.
Yep.
Nice.
If they get cloaked, you'll probably lose because they'll kill too many SCVs and you'll be behind.
Add-on.
And because you have the gold, you don't really have to worry about making too many units immediately.
Right. So it's just biomedevac here?
Yeah, usually I just go straight into bio after this.
Okay. Do you pretty much do that with every matchup? Is it your
Almost.
preferred?
Base is under
Almost
attack.
every TvT I will do this build. Because I've gotten used to the timings and harassments and everything that I can normally pull off taking the gold base on just almost any map. Now there are some instances where like players will go Marine, Hellion, Banshee all in, and that normally can get me. But it wouldn't work on this map because, like I said, the choke is there for the Shattered Temple at the gold base.
So how'd you feel about that right there, that exchange?
Okay, so he attacked me with the Marauders. I never suspect something weird like this.
Yeah, that was...
But I should be fine because I have a little more units than him once I get in here and attack. So the exchange is pretty good because I know I'm still ahead because I have the gold base, so I'm not too worried about it.
Additional supply depots required.
And compared to other races, when you drop mules on the gold, it's you get so much more out of it. As you can see here, I kind of respond with a double bunker because I'm worried about him trying to destroy it this time again. As at my main, I have so many barracks, I should be fine without a bunker at my main. It's just that gold base.
Right. Well, that's a nice scan, nice kills there.
Base.
Okay, so what time are you at?
I'm at 11:30.
Okay, yeah, you're way ahead. Let's pause it.
Oh, okay, level 5.
Yeah, you're a minute ahead of me.
Wow.
And
You're on faster, right? Not normal?
I'm on faster.
Okay.
Trust me. It's just a lag. You'd be surprised.
I wonder
I'm
if you have to
playing
go
this
on
a lot.
2x. I wonder if you
I
have
end
to
up
go on-
playing with this kind of frame rate almost all the time, just for the viewers.
Gosh, really? I can
Yeah.
imagine you on... How do you micro it then? Jeez.
I don't know, I got used to it. But you'd be amazed when I go to lands, it's so much easier to play.
Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah.
Which is a bit odd because most people don't, have a hard time at lands, but you know, for me it's easier because, well, I'm not lagging.
Right, right.
All right, I'm at 11:30.
Okay.
Can you start?
Yep.
All right, go. So yeah, I'm on faster. He tries to attack that base, but it's not going to work because, well, I've got 2 bunkers there defending this time.
Right.
And you want to defend the base, you know, you don't want to just, like, leave it bare open and have units rallied in the middle, because you never know if you're just going to kill your force or just go for your main.
Sure.
So putting down a bunker or 2 is extremely important when taking the gold base, and you want to get an orbital, not a planetary, because the extra mule on the gold is so much worth it
Right.
compared to just not having any mules at all.
I see.
Like, I've noticed that when you take a planetary on the gold base and you only have a orbital in your main, it's the same as like taking a standard expansion because you don't have the extra mules.
Right, right. So good.
So here, you can see I don't have Medivacs yet. You do get delayed on Medivacs, but you should have a lot more units when you're doing this build. And I normally don't take any gas at the gold base, it's just more minerals, because the minerals will mine out faster, and what I like to do is once the gold is saturated, I'll lift that orbital off
Right.
and go ahead and take a different base, and then I'll go ahead and get extra gas.
Oh,
Because
wow.
normally I'll take, lots of times I'll take my third at 9 minutes, but as you see here, it's kind of delayed to 13:30 because of how much pressure is putting on. But normally you get that natural really quickly.
So I noticed you're bringing your entire army to the middle each time. Like,
Additional supply.
oh, this time you're actually engaging. So
Yeah.
there's something to engage. But you know, just about a minute or 2 ago, you did the same thing. What was the point? Was it just in case he was trying to set up shop in the middle, or?
Map control is extremely important in TvZ, in my opinion. It's a lot harder to do map control against Zerg or, against Protoss.
Right.
Because their units are so much stronger, and with Zerg, it's just they can have like 10 lings run to the middle within like 5 seconds.
Right.
So, you know, keeping units on the towers in TvZ and TvP are a lot harder. But in TvT, it's extremely important to have the tower, because you need to know when they're moving out. You need to know where to set up, do flanking, especially if you're fighting against mech armies and you're going bio. You want the map control, or you'll lose if they siege in front of your base.
I see. I see. Right, right. So that was just pretty much that engagement. That engagement in the middle there. Let me see. Let me see that again, real quick. It looked like y'all had about the same size. Oh no, no, your army must have been. Your army's much bigger.
My army is bigger and it has it's more upgraded,
Yeah, it's pure Marines.
which is what happened there. I think he only had what was it? He didn't have combat shields.
Yeah, you're right. Yep.
And I had combat shields and +1 by that time. I think it just finished.
So is it good to have a mixture of Marauders in there, or no? Because he has like 4 Marauders in his army too.
Sometimes it's good to have a mixture of Marauders if you're fighting. I want to say armies that only have one group.
Huh.
Does that make sense when I say one group?
Like just the giant ball kind of group. I mean,
Like if you highlight the entire army, you know how it says like 1, 2, 3, 4.
Sure.
If how big the army is. If it's a small army,
I see.
then the Marauders are good because they can take the damage from the Marines,
Right. So
and then
if
the other
there's-
Marines can kill the other Marines. You know.
Okay, so 24 or less, and then it's pretty useful to have. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's that
But,
critical mass number, right? So,
If you get the mass number, then just go straight
actually, you weren't even attacking that efficiently there.
No.
You just still had.
Yeah, I did. I clumped up all crazy
Yeah.
in the middle.
Your guys are just so much better, though.
That's because
Actually,
I
he's
did-
upgraded.
Oh, he did just upgrade. Yeah, just finished.
Okay, cool.
But basically, because I had the gold base, I had the larger army,
Yeah,
as you
gotcha.
can see.
Yep.
Even though I took some damage from the harassments, it's just mules and the gold base are just so good.
Yeah, no kidding. It's pretty sick. It's almost mined out too, so it wasn't gonna. It was probably gonna get a lot larger in a second here.
Yep. Sometimes I'll go into a macro game, and when that happens, you'll take your natural, you'll take your 4th, or actually you'll take your 5th on that map, and then lift off the orbital from the gold and put at your 4th.